This will be a day long remembered. Now I am the master.
Welcome to another episode of Legends and Theories, and welcome to my review of the Flash's series finale, The Flash Season 9, Episode 13, titled A New World Part 4, subtitled Finale, and honestly, although I really was excited for it, I think they did a good job with this episode overall. The episode was not amazing, and it did have a good amount of flaws. The main one is that the previous speedster villains, with the exception of Savitar, really just went down like chumps and were honestly just way too easily defeated. And it just felt really, it was really pathetic for them to be falling to characters who realistically stood no chance against them. And I think it would have been just a lot better to have it instead be Barry having to go through each of them in reverse chronological order, first defeating Godspeed, then going up to fight Savitar. After that, he would have to fight Zoom, finally Thawne, and finally go after Eddie. And I think that would have been a lot better way to do this episode. And if it went like that, this episode would have been almost perfect. But besides that, it's not a really terrible episode. I really did enjoy most of it. And the only other part that I don't really like is the talk that Keon gave to push Barry to try and resolve things peacefully with Eddie. I think that was completely unnecessary, and not only did Barry have to figure out himself, but I think he didn't need to be pushed at all. I think they just needed her to get him there, and Barry could have just figured it out from there. I think that he did not need that talk to happen. And those are my two main problems with this finale. This is just honestly, I was expecting something that was on the level of Arrow's finale, and although the ending of it was on the level of that, I think that parts of the beginning of it really did suffer, and it's just a real shame. As I said in my video from yesterday, I really do enjoy the show and really have been watching it from the beginning, and it's always been special to me. But this finale, it disappoints me because it is not incredible and amazing. It is only really good, and that's just far more disappointing to me than it just not being amazing. And even though I'm glad it's not bad, I'm just still disappointed in this episode because it is not as incredible as it could be, and has the relatively low power members of Team Flash taking down villains that it took him an entire season to figure out how to beat for three of them, and the other a small arc at the end of his season. But I think the acting was all good. It was really nice to see all the speedster villains interacting at the end. and I did enjoy that, but there are problems with this episode. I wish it was done better, and I am really disappointed that, although I do know that the actor wasn't able to make it, that Cisco wasn't even mentioned in this because they could have found a way to at least get some audio from him to call the actor and literally just have him record lines over the phone or something, but it's just really disappointing to me to not have him there since he is one of just the greatest characters from the show, and I can honestly care less about his replacement Chester and having him be the fake out death for this and, and trying to make us really care. I honestly could care less and would have had a little bit of joy after he died if that did happen because I honestly could care less about him. He's one of my least favorite characters on the show because I just find him extremely annoying and to essentially be a Cisco knockoff. But I think I will talk about that in a different video. I'm look at, I'm not sure what will be. I'll take a look at either the Flash's characters or maybe all numbers of the different Arrowverse teams. I do like that Oliver did get a mention and that we also got a return for Caitlyn, although I think that it should have been earlier in the season, and there was only about 10 minutes left in the episode when she returned, and that was a little disappointing to me, but I still really want to see what they do going on with The Flash and other franchises, and how this show's legacy will be preserved because it's inevitable that there will be a continuation comic because there are still more stories for Mary Ellen to go on. That's another video I kind of want to do to talk about the villains that we know he will face and everything else that will happen. I do really like how I was able to resolve things with Eddie and have the negative Speed Force and Zavatar be at least on decent terms with him and for him to be able to find some kind of peace. But I really do want to see more from the Flash, and I would love to see Grant Gustin cameo either in the Flash movie, hopefully replace Ezra Miller since he is causing a lot of problems. But still, I really enjoyed this show overall. I did love his version of the Flash, and he'll almost certainly always be my Flash. And I did love the characters that did appear. I love that Jay was here and all the others, but I still think that this finale could have been so much better, and it had just a lot of wasted potential. But I want to know what you think of this finale. Please let me know in the comments, and I'll see you on the next episode of Legends and Theories. Thank you for watching this episode of Legends and Theories. Please subscribe, like the video, share the video, leave a comment, check out the video on screen, and may the Force be with you.